It's been a very difficult week for the current British Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer. Earlier this week, he made a very private and very secretive visit back to Southport in Merseyside, an area really full of very difficult contention, of course, not just for him, but for the Labour Party, as one can imagine. And then on Friday, he decided to have a secret 3-hour meeting with all of his top team. Yes, it sounds very familiar, doesn't it, to certain things that may have happened in the 1940s. You get the picture. Apparently Sir Keir wanted to get his team together because he didn't understand why he was rating so badly. And what did they think? And more importantly, what could they do to turn it round? Would anybody be truly brave enough? I mean, if he needed to know exactly why he's rating so badly, couldn't the voice coach that he had to see so desperately on Christmas Eve while breaking alleged COVID rules, could they not have told him? Here's where it gets even more interesting though, because now, on a more serious note, it appears that if you don't agree with our Keir, then simply you were removed. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today. Thank you so much as ever for taking the time out to joining me. It's a difficult thing, isn't it, in the world of politics, let's be brutally honest. And more so when you think, if you cast your mind back, chumps, to when Margaret Thatcher was in power, and she had a lot of problems towards the end of her time in office with people speaking out and having a go. I remember meeting Michael Heseltine, one of her very difficult people that she had to deal with. Very pompous. Oh yes, very pompous indeed. And then of course it was said, wasn't it, that Geoffrey Howe, her Chancellor at the time, was the man that finally put the knife in the House of Commons. Are we about to see this emerge now, currently for Sir Keir Starmer? You see, up in the area of the Midlands, Dudley, in the West Midlands, well, apparently the local MP, Steve Edwards, has done the, well, right thing, some people might suggest. He's spoken out. And basically, to put it into a very sort of clear nutshell, he said that the current Labour government have lied to the working class people and not delivered apparently what they should have been delivering. And because of that, and he's been very vocal and written to the Prime Minister, well, guess what? Did Keir Starmer sit him down and have a debate and maybe talk it through and see how they could rectify that? No, he just expelled him from the party. Now, this has sent a lot of shockwaves through, obviously, as you can imagine. And a lot of people do not want to be in the same position as Mr. Edwards, seemingly because they don't want to give away to all those wonderful expenses and the £91,000 a year as a local MP. You get the picture. But their time is limited, and it doesn't matter how long or really how many people Sir Keir expels. People don't like this current British Prime Minister. They're not keen on the Chancellor of the Exchequer, and they have no idea what Angela Rayner truly stands for. So while they may have won on a very slim majority, no matter how many people you remove around you, eventually it's the public that get the final say. And sadly for Sir Keir, whether his team want to tell him or not, is on very thin ice, and it's only starting to crack, and the cracks will get deeper. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.